This was probably one of England's cleanest performances in a long time, and we're going to be diving right into the England player ratings for their dominant performance against Wales right now. If you guys do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I've really been so thankful for all the support from all the country's fans throughout the Six Nations. It's absolutely awesome. I'm an absolute neutral when it comes to the Six Nations, so all of my takes that I give, everything is completely unbiased. Let's get right into it. Ellis Genge, I've gone for a 6.5 out of 10. I thought he was good. I thought he was solid. He was good at set piece, good with the scrums. I did maybe expect a little bit more from him and maybe lacked discipline a few times, but still a 6.5 out of 10. He had a solid performance. Going on to Jamie George, I've gone for a 7.5 out of 10. His lineouts were solid, his set piece was solid. He was actually really good and mobile around the park, and that quite surprised me today. So a 7.5 for Jamie George and a really good first game for him. Number 3, Joe Hayes. I've gone for an 8 out of 10 for Joe Hayes. He's one guy that's really been impressing me, and he's one of those guys you're not going to speak about much, but if you were to put your team down, he'd be one of the first names on the team sheet because he was absolutely solid in the scrums today. He's a really big guy. He gets around the park well. He's mobile. He puts in a big shift every time, and he's one of those glue guys. I mean, the likes of him and the Alex Coles and the Guy Pepper might just be under the radar sometimes, but they'll put in big performances. So 8 out of 10 for Joe Hayes. He really impressed me. Number 4, Alex Coles. For Alex Coles, I've gone for a 7.5 out of 10. He was an absolute nightmare in the lineouts for Wales, and he's one of those guys, as I just said for Joe Hayes, you might not see him too much, but he's putting in a big effort. He's putting a lot of tackles, maybe a few carries, dominant cleanouts. He's doing everything with intent, with aggression, and he's a perfect guy to have in this England team right now. I do think next week he will be moved to the bench just so that Mari Itoje can come back into the starting lineup. But I really enjoy watching Alex Coles play, and I think he's a great player, and he's one to watch for the future as well as right now. He's a solid player. Number 5, Ollie Chesham. This is one of his best games I've seen from him. He's a guy that's really been impressing me lately. I've gone for an 8.5 for him. He was one of the guys that definitely could have won man of the match. He's a very mobile lock. He could play flank if you need him to. He's a really mobile. He gets around the park well. Most of his tackles are dominant. He's just busy all over. I think every single part of the game that he plays, every single skill set he needs, he excels at. He's dominant with ball in hand. He's a dominant ball carrier. He's good with more defense, more attack. He's good in the lineouts. He's got IQ. He's very smart. He's got those soft hands as well. He's got a good skill set. So, I mean, he is one guy. He has a skill set that really sets him apart from other guys. And I almost thought he was going to score a try there on the wing. So I was hoping for that. But no, very good game for Ollie Chesham at 8.5. Now, Guy Pepper, one of those guys that just puts in big performances after big performances every single time he puts on the white jersey. I mean, he is one guy that you don't even need to just look where he is. You know he's going to be putting in big shifts. He's going to be putting in big tackles. He's going to be making steals. And when they go up for the ball in the air, he's the one guy you want there through all the chaos when they're after an aerial battle, because he always seems to clean it up. He's good with that. He's got good spatial awareness. And that's the one thing with this England loose trio is that they all have such good spatial awareness, and they're just so good with their skill sets. Like, they all have a skill set that sets them apart. Guy Pepper is a workhorse. Sam Underhill is one of the best tacklers in the world. And Ben Earl is so good with carrying. So they have such a good balance in that loose trio. So for Guy Pepper, I've gone for an 8.5 out of 10 as well. Now for Sam Underhill, I've gone for an 8 out of 10. It was a very good performance from him, but I've seen him do better performances where he stood out a bit more. But I'm not saying he had a bad game. An 8 out of 10 is a phenomenal game, and that just shows how class he is. He is a world-class player. He is probably one of my favorite players in the world, and I'm not an England fan, but he is one guy I just love watching. He just looks like a rugby player. He plays like what you think a rugby player should play like. He's making big tackles. His ear's always bleeding. He's just one of those guys you just enjoy watching him play. So I've gone for an 8 out of 10 for him. For Ben Earl, another guy I thought could have been man of the match as well, I've gone for an 8.5 out of 10. A lot of high scores here. If they did lose, it would have been a lot lower scores. And if you go to the Wales one after this, you'll see a lot of lower scores. So don't just think I'm being biased here, guys. These guys all played really well, obviously relative to the game. If it's Scotland next week, I think it's going to be a much closer battle, and I think some of these scores will be a bit lower then. But for now, you have to give them their credit. I mean, these guys stood out. So Ben Earl, 8.5, one of the best ball carriers in the world. He's so busy. He's an 80-minute player. I mean, they even moved him to the centre or the wing, and he looked extremely comfortable. So easy 8 out of 10. Alex Mitchell, I've gone for I'm going for an 8 out of 10. I thought he was quite quick. The ball he was given was good ball, clean ball, and I thought he was quite quick with it. There were some times where he maybe hesitated a little bit, but still, he had a very good game. His box kicks are solid. His kicking game really sets him apart, and I think he's really becoming comfortable in the system. And him, alongside George Ford and Ben Earl as an 8-9-10 combination, is just becoming one of the better 8-9-10 combinations in world rugby. I think the link between the forwards and the backline for England right now is solid, and they can really build on that going forward. So 8 out of 10 for him. George Ford. George Ford's playing the best rugby I've ever seen him play, and I think he's just changed his skill set so much. He's got one of the best out-of-hand kicking skill sets I've seen, and his attacking play has become so much better. I mean, he has become a really threatening attacking fly-off, not just with ball in hand, but the passing options he does, and the way England play off his shoulder. They know he's going to make the right option every single time, and he did that today. So I've gone for a 9 out of 10 for him. A solid performance, good with the boot. Looked a bit wayward early. I was a bit stressed for him a bit early on it. Maybe it must have been heavy underfoot, but the way he can put those spiral bombs up in the air, his little cross kicks, which are so accurate. He, for me, right now, probably him and Jalibert are probably, right now, if you look at it, the two informed fly-offs in the Six Nations right now. You have to give it to him. I mean, he's such a good player, and in this England system, he is the guy for them going forward. So an easy 9 out of 10. I was maybe thinking a bit higher. I could, but I think he still has room to do even more. So I think, yeah, 9 out of 10 for him. Henry Arundel, I've gone for an 8.5 out of 10, which is crazy considering he scored a hat-trick. But I actually didn't see too much of him today. Even though he did score a hat-trick, I think that comes off the back of really good play from the midfield, between the centres and the fly halves, but from the forwards getting dominant ball. And Henry Arundel did what he does best. He finishes those tries off really well. He is absolutely lightning quick, and I was really happy to see him back. I'm glad he's back playing in England now, back at Bath, playing the way we know he can play. He's a phenomenal player, so 8.5 out of 10. I'm excited to see him get a bit more ball in the next few games, and hopefully with Fairwell also back, those two could just be an insane 1-2 punch on the wings. He's also got a good work rate, works off his wing well, so I really like his IQ. There was one pass though, I won't talk about it, but that's probably what brought it down from a 9. Number 12, Fraser Dingwall. Probably one of the unsung heroes in this backline. A real glue guy. For me, he's basically like the Joe Hayes of the backline. I know they have completely different skill sets, but they just keep things together. And I think, honestly, he might have just earned himself a place in next week's team as well, even if Ollie Lawrence is healthy. He played a phenomenal game. Him next to Tommy Freeman, it worked out really well. And he's the kind of guy, he had 2 try assists as well. A lot of people don't see that about him. He's a ball player, and I like having a 12 like that can do physical stuff, but he's also a really good ball player, so he really impressed me. Fraser Dingwall, 8 out of 10. Solid performance. Tommy Freeman, number 13, and my man of the match, I think he's my man of the match. I, for him, have gone for a 9.5 out of 10, and I think right now he is the 13 for England going forward. I think he's nailed that 13 shirt down. Yes, he's going to get tested going forward. I mean, he's going to still have to play against a Hugh Jones and a Sione Tuipulotu. He's still going to have to play against a Deportes from France. He's still going to have to play against a lot of guys, Ringrose and Stuart McCloskey in the centres. But I think that is the position for him going forward, especially if you want to get the best out of England's backline. The way England work now, they either have a 10 and 12, which can be ball players, or they have a 10 and 15, which can be ball players when Marcus Smith comes on. The other guys outside of them just run off them, run good lines, get into good spaces, and do other things to impact the game. He doesn't have to have the best hands in the world. I think his hands have gotten a lot better. He's gotten a lot better with ball in hand. There was one pass that went away, but he'll fix that, and he did fix that. He got a try which he deserved. He was my man of the match. He made meters every single time. He was dominant. He's so smart. He's so intelligent. He's a Rolls-Royce player, which means he always has a good game, and even if he has a below average game, it's still a phenomenal game compared to other players. And he's one guy I'm really excited about in international rugby, and I think he's going to go a long way in the 13 jersey, and he's just got a good attitude towards the team and towards the game. So he's one of my favourite players right now. Tommy Freeman, an easy 9.5 and my man of the match. For your boss who didn't play, Tom Roebuck. Tom Roebuck, I've gone for an 8 out of 10. I've gone for an 8 out of 10 for Tom Roebuck. He was solid. He came in on short notice. He had a really good game. Works hard off his wing. If there was to be an injury again next week, I think it's a no-brainer to just slot him in there. He had a really good game. I was surprised they took him off. Obviously, they thought he played hard, played well, deserved a little break. And I think he deserves an 8 out of 10. And I think if there is an injury next week, he'll still be there. Good game from him. Number 15, Freddie Stewart. Freddie Stewart had a phenomenal game. He is good under the high ball. He played solid, and I think he's really sealed his way into that 15 jersey. And I think having Marcus Smith on the bench is a really good balance with this team going forward, because you have a guy that can come on at the end of the game, maybe pin teams back in the corner if you're in the lead alongside George Ford, or if George Ford gets injured, he can come on at 10, and he's a guy that can change the game coming off the bench. But then you have a guy like Freddie Stewart, which is a really good starter, a guy that can play a full 60 minutes. He can handle the pressure under the high ball. He's solid, and I think today he played a really good game. At number 16, Luke Cowan-Dickie. Luke Cowan-Dickie, I've gone for an 8 out of 10. Thought he was solid when he came on, made a good impact. He's a really good bench player in my opinion. He's a British and Irish Lion for a reason. Bevan Rodd, I've gone for an 8 out of 10 as well. He actually really impressed me when he came on. His first Six Nations cap, and one he'll remember for a long time. He was really solid when he came on. Good scrummage as well. He's good around the park. Trevor Davidson, I've gone for a 7.5 out of 10. Haven't heard too much I haven't heard too much about him as a non-England fan before, but I was really impressed by him. When these guys I don't know, I kind of give them another look just to see how they are. I look at them a bit extra on the field, and he's got a really good work rate. So it's good to see a guy like him. And I saw the England guys really getting behind him, so he's going to get a lot of confidence from that. Mara Itoje, I've gone for a 6.5 out of 10. Probably the fastest yellow card I've ever seen. Probably the fastest yellow card he's ever got. I was happy to see a standing ovation for him. He deserved it after the week he's had. And yeah, I think 6.5 out of 10. He still put in some big hits. The first hit he put in was a solid hit. Obviously, the yellow card just brings it down a bit, and he didn't get too many opportunities, which isn't really his fault, but obviously it is with the yellow card. Tom Curry, same story, 6.5 out of 10. He came on with intent, aggression. He looked like he wanted to be there, looked like he wanted to make an impact, and he's going to be a very, very important guy going forward for England. But also got a yellow card, a bit of a silly yellow card, but it's because he wanted to prove something. He was playing with so much aggression, so much passion. Henry Pollock, number 21, I've gone for a 7 out of 10. I thought he was good. That was clearly out to me when he scored that try, and I love the way he does celebrate. A lot of other South Africans don't like him. I do like him. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when he plays against South Africa later this year. It's going to be fun. But yeah, no, 7 out of 10 for me for him. He's a very good player, and I thought they were going to put him on the wing because he's actually he's a forward that has a lot of pace. But I'm really excited to see him get more game time in the teams going forward. Ben Spencer, I've gone for a 6.5 out of 10. He didn't really get too many opportunities today. He's the one guy I really enjoy watching play. He's actually one of my favorite scrum halves in the world. I would love to see him play more. I probably would give him a 6 for if it was a normal game, but because England played so well and he was obviously a part of it on the day, I'm going to give him a 6.5, and I think he's a very good player. He obviously tried to do things with that kick that went out on the full, but see, he's the kind of guy that's going to try those things. If he had more game time, more confidence, more experience on the day, that kick would have been a much better kick. So you can't really blame him with like 5 minutes or 8 minutes of gameplay. It happens. Marcus Smith, I've gone for a 7.5 out of 10. I think Marcus Smith is the perfect guy to have at number 23 for England right now. He can play 10. He can play on the wing if you really need him to, and he's also a good fullback. If you need guys to really come and conduct the team, to try get the team over the line in a close game, he's a perfect guy to bring on for that. He's got a good boot. If your kicker's injured, he's a very good kicker for poles. And I think within the right environment like this, he's a very good player, and he always wants it. He's a very good competitor, and I really like him at international level. I think right now, going into 2027, this will probably be the balance with mobile forwards like a Henry Pollock or Guy Pepper or Tom Curry on the bench, with Alex Coles on the bench, most probably with a Luke Cowan-Dickie. Then you have like Ben Spencer and Marcus Smith on the bench to really add that strong bench coming on, because I think right now England just need to refine their team for 2027. I think the games they're going to really want to win this year, obviously Scotland next week, the big one, France, the final game in the Six Nations, and then obviously South Africa and the New Zealand games further throughout the year. I think they're really going to target those games, especially the games later in the year, leading closer to the World Cup. So it's important to get that squad refined right now, get everybody comfortable in their systems, and I do think there's going to be a lot more guys getting opportunities, but not all at once. I think guys for England are going to get funneled into positions to get opportunities like a Max Ojomo or Ollie Lawrence. I don't think they're just going to put everyone in, but when I do think they will put like a Max Ojomo and Ollie Lawrence in, is together as a combination. So I think they'll keep them as their combination to keep them comfortable, but then keep the other combinations as they are around them. I think that's the perfect way to get guys confident in the system and to really see where your strength is and your weaknesses and selections going into 2027. But that is my player ratings. A very good performance from England. Some really high player ratings. Not biased at all. I do not support England. I'm just a fan of how they're playing right now. But I will be doing a Wales one as well. I'll be doing a Scotland one. I'll be doing an Italy one. I've already done a France and an Ireland one this week. So if you guys do enjoy it, go watch that. Comment down below what you guys think. What was your player ratings? What did you guys see in the game that you liked, that you didn't like? Let me guys know if you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right. Let's talk about it. I love all the discussions. And if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.